Yes, I do miss England a lot, like all the time. Without doing any math, I'm guessing that I spent more time living in England than I've spent in any other single place. And I guess technically speaking, I'm half English. But if I were to go back there, I don't have a whole lot to go back to. The old family home isn't there. The family isn't there. My dad hadn't lived there in about 15 years. My mom hadn't lived there in 20 or so years. And, well, it's a weird thing. There's a name for people like me, besides the obvious one, which is third culture kid. Kids that grow up in other countries and then have their families move back to wherever the hell they're from, have this weird thing where they do all this formative stuff in one place, and then all your friends move back to where they came from, you move back to where you came from, and you have this sort of sense of belonging, but nothing that you belong to anymore. It's a weird thing, and kids that had grown up like me will understand this, where it makes you very adaptable, but also doesn't really leave you with a strong sense of having roots anywhere, if that makes sense. And also, if I was to go back to England, I would miss St. Louis. If I was to go to Houston, I would miss San Diego. I've spent so much time moving around that I don't really have a real sense of place. But, yeah, I would love to go back at some point. And if I could, I think it would be really cool to live there again for a couple of years before I'm done with, living and working and stuff.